Hi guys of Learn History with Thomason. This is your educator Basil. So after a long time I have came back with a video. So yeah, before you have seen my shorts also, which I made it on Wednesday. So you have seen it. So this is a full length video. That was 1 minute shorts, and another was 1 minute. So it came in a video type. So this I will be covering the intellectual property rights, which I will be not going as a short but in a full length. Maybe we will do two answers now, and after that we will do another two answers next video. So there will be videos coming up for intellectual property rights. What is intellectual property right? We when we read the three words intellectual property rights. Intellectual is somebody's mind or a thinking power or someone's thinking power that made an invention that we can compare it to the intellectual property, a personal property, a thing that belongs to a person, that one person which that belongs, that is a property. There is a private property and public property. Public property is what the buses, BST buses are public property, and private property can be a mobile or a piano or something else, a home can be private property. And rights are the freedom that is given to a person or a must done be a thing that could be must be done. So rights, that human rights, we can, as we see, that is human rights, freedom of speech, freedom of which is given, right is given to us. So same happens to the intellectual. Some person's thought, which is a property of his, which he has only the power. No other can violate that. As a freedom, basic human rights cannot be violated by any person. Freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of choosing a religion or following a religion. So that is all about the first intro of this. So I will explain you the concept of IPR. So as the day-to-day necessities has increased people to think, imagine and develop something which is new and useful. As I said, intellectual means something new and useful done by with the imagination and developed by someone. The thing so originated and evolved from the intellect, that is from brain, and owned or possessed in general term is termed as intellectual property. So what is this? It is originated and evolved from a person's brain and owned or possessed in general is termed as intellectual property. So what it is written, the properties of a one person, but it is possessed by in general. So it is called the intellectual property right. Intellectual property. Intellectual means someone's development to the brain and is owned and possessed in general. Is called intellectual property. Technically, there are four types of industrial property. Technically speaking, the treats in four types. That is patents, a name of a company, or patent can be not a name of the company. Patent is of a design or a particular scientific invention that is patented, and there's a particular 25 years of which that patent will stay with us, and you can sell it or you can share it with others with money given or anyway. That is patents. Designs are of particular distillery has its own patent design of its bottles. So it is the designs. Trademarks. Trademarks are mainly the registered of a company. The Nestle, Maggie, Colgate. That is names are trademarks. And geographical indication. A property that has a geographical indication. We can say an example is the Rasgulla, which was between there was a fight between the West Bengal and Orissa, that the Rasgulla was made there, but at the last it came as that it was from originally from Bengal, so the right came to Bengal as a form of property together known as industrial property. So what are the industrial property? Industrial properties are patents, design, trademark, and geographical indication. And in the intellectual property, it is copyright that cannot be anybody's right, but who has the director. The maximum is of lifetime. After this, there is 60 years of that remains in this world, the copyright. So there is two type of intellectual property in our India, that is industrial property and industrial property. Industrial property has four types, that is patents, designs, trademarks, and geographical indication. And the intellectual properties of industrial property, that the intellectual property which only contains copyright. Property means things owned or possessed, as I told in the introduction. As I didn't read it also, then also I could. That is what is the learning. That should what you should have a pronunciation, or you can say a vocabulary in English. If you have a vocabulary in English, you can get a word, you can make a sentence from it. You can I have a good vocabulary. I would not claim it, but not 100%, but I have vocabulary. Important vocabulary is how should would I grow that? Do you anyone know? So next video I will be speaking how we can improve our vocabulary. So we will continue this. Property means things owned or possessed. That may be immovable property that cannot be moved or taken from one place to another upon change of ownership. That is immovable property. It cannot be changed from one place to another, like land, building, and like or movable property that can be moved or taken from one place to another upon change of ownership. That is furniture, machinery, motor car, and like the movable goods and immovable. Land and building cannot be moved. Building can be moved with a new uh, technology is coming up. I have seen a video where the church was lifted from one place and was taken away with another side with a hydraulic machine and all. They are high tech, but too expensive. So we will include it a more property only, as land cannot be moved. Land is in the earth, cannot be moved. So that can also be moved, and building cannot be moved. Can be moved at uh, very less cases, not 100%. Very less cases. It's an immovable property. Movable property is that it can be taken from one place to another, like motor car, machinery, furniture, and all. So IPR given person for a period of time. Ownership of such rights like patent, trademark, copyright, design, etc. is intangible property that cannot be seen or touched. So in the next video, I will be coming up with what is patent, how patent is granted in India, what is the period of patent.